What is happening, everybody? This is the Squirrel Head YouTube channel, and I've literally just got in from work. And if you're not aware, and you probably won't be aware because I've made you aware, here's the regular seat that we like. Oh, that's nice. If you're not aware, obviously I work in a place that doesn't have any signal, and it doesn't have any Wi-Fi at the moment either. So literally, I come home, I get back into town where I live, and yeah, I get flooded with notifications of stuff on Twitter, Sky Sports, this, that, and the other. Listen. It's going to be a little bit of a transfer video, but I'm going to try and blast through it as quick as I can because, to be fair, you probably know, like some of the stuff anyway, but we're going to go through it. Look, Thomas Lemar, apparently we've had 2 bids rejected and we've gone in with a 3rd bid. Now, different sources, and this is everybody from Sky Sports to the Red Men TV and all this lot, different sources say there's different amounts. So, like, one's saying 80 million euros, another one is saying that could rise up to 92 million euros. There's obviously one that's saying Divock Origi could be part of that deal, goes on loan for a year, and we would get Thomas Lemar from Monaco. There's other different things as well that are being reported that no matter what happens with Coutinho, who is rumoured to be subject of another £160 million bid from Barcelona. Apparently, we are going to be steadfast and reject that one as well. I think someone tweeted Peter Moore yesterday basically saying, you're a liar and you're going to sell him and this, that and the other. And he tweeted back saying, I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. So it kind of looks positive from that point of view. And it has been apparently made clear by Liverpool, as clear as it can be in the day before the transfer window ends, in that whatever happens with Thomas Lemar, if we haven't managed to get him or if we don't get him, it's not going to impact what happens with Phil Coutinho, that he is going to be planning to keep them at Liverpool, not planning to sell them, even though that is a ridiculous amount of money. It does look like if, and I'm saying if because a lot of people are kind of getting a little bit carried away, it is the day before the end of the transfer window and we still don't have anything concrete in terms of our other one as well, which is apparently Oxlade-Chamberlain. We've apparently started talks with him this afternoon. That's the last thing that I read before I walked through the door anyway. So, if, people are saying, I think, was it 92 million euros one, and there was a thread of it on Twitter and people saying, oh, that is far too excessive and stuff like that. At the end of the day, Monaco have had to deal with, and are still having to deal with, the likes of Mbappe, who is apparently going to go on loan for a year at PSG, and then they're going to get a full transfer next year so that PSG can play ball with FFP. Obviously, because of their Neymar transfer, they can't really be seen to spend nearly 400 million on 2 players in one transfer window. So they're playing it smart. They're going to do the whole, take him on loan for the year and then they're going to pay the full whack next year. So they've dealt with so many others as well. I think, Mendy to Man City, Bernardo Silva to Man City as well, Bakayoko to Chelsea. I honestly can't remember who else they've lost. So they've lost a massive chunk of their title-winning team. They've been steadfast about Thomas Lemar not leaving when Arsenal were bidding, but by our bids, and the 3rd one hasn't been said to be rejected or not yet, and I am going to double-check before I end this video. I'm going to check on my iPad whether anything else has come in about it, but it hasn't been rejected. And I think the other 2 that we did put in were rejected pretty quick. And it depends what deal Liverpool have put on the table. If they put Origi in that deal, at the moment I can understand it because he's still a young lad and he's going to struggle to get into our team. As good as he can be for Liverpool, he did have a bit of a struggle of a season last year. Wasn't featuring regularly. And when he did feature, he didn't really take his opportunity. So it could be a good one for him to go out and develop. I'm not entirely sure. What are your thoughts on that, first of all? But the Thomas Lemar one, again, because since I think yesterday and obviously today, I've been at work. I haven't been able to do a great deal of research. So apparently Thomas Lemar is a bit of a beast though, and he's a young lad, and he's, it would look like from what everybody is saying from other sources and everything like that, that it would be a deal that makes complete sense for Liverpool. So I'm going to have to look up myself, look at his stats, look at some videos, I'm going to try and even find some full games where he apparently had some really big impacts on it in the Champions League and in their league as well, just so that I'm well informed, not just going off highlights off YouTube and stuff like that. So that sounds positive. Oxlade-Chamberlain, it has come out today, has rejected a move to Chelsea for about 35 million or something because he wants to come to Liverpool. I can understand that Arsenal fans are really going to be irate about that one, and whether that's something that's in the back of his mind. Now, I watched a video from Robbie of Arsenal Fan TV on his channel yesterday. I think it was yesterday, it might be in the day before, where he himself had said he spoke to someone in confidence about a month or so ago that they knew that Oxlade-Chamberlain was going to be wanting to, edge for a move. And you're thinking, all right, okay, Arsenal Fan TV, it's a massive, massive platform, massive TV, massive YouTube channel and stuff like that. But surely, if he knew about that, there's going to be other people that have known about that as well. That, official people, not only Arsenal, but there's surely got to be other people in the media that knew that as well, and it was never reported, or it maybe it just kind of got cast out as a rumor that he was going to be wanting to leave and all this sort of business. But it's a young player that Arsenal have brought through, put a lot of faith in, a lot of seasons in, and I can totally understand why Arsenal fans will be irate at the fact that Oxlade-Chamberlain is now looking to leave after featuring against Liverpool and not putting in a very good performance. And on that note as well, he's not really put himself in the shop window where I'm like, what are you gonna bring us? Now, the other rumour is if we get Thomas Lemar and we get Oxlade-Chamberlain, is that he's going to play backup to Thomas Lemar and everybody else in our midfield, and he's going to be looking for a central midfield role. Well, Henderson, Wijnaldum, Lallana when he's fit, but he'll most likely play a bit more advanced. Emre Can, Milner, and then he's wanting to try and get in there. Never mind the fact that we've got Naby Keita coming next year, and I know that's next year. Things can happen, injuries can happen, but we've got quite a versatile midfield and players that can come in and drop into that system as well. Firmino could drop in as maybe a more advanced midfielder as well. It's going to be difficult. So then you'd maybe look at alternatives like, okay, well maybe he could come in and he could be a wide player. You're not taking Mane out of the team, and you're certainly not taking Salah out of the team either. Both of those two are absolutely electric. If we manage to keep Coutinho, he can play out wide as well as being in that midfield deep line role that he thrives well in. So again, it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't really make a lot of sense because in my mind, he's not going to be strengthening. He's just going to be there for numbers if we bring Oxlade-Chamberlain in. Now, I'm happy for him to be there in terms of numbers. But if he's going to be expecting to be like a starter, ahead of who? Who are you going to be wanting to start ahead of? You could then look at say, oh, he's been used at right back and stuff like that. No way are you getting in front of any of our right backs. Joe Gomez, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Nathaniel Klein, no way. No way, not a chance in hell. Left back, no way. It's not going to happen. So in my mind, he's going to be there just to kind of make up the numbers and spread through maybe some cup games and stuff like that if that happens. And for that to happen, it's quite an expensive deal to go through. People might say the same about Thomas Lemar. The difference is there's a different calibre of player between Thomas Lemar and Oxlade-Chamberlain. So I'm not really... Oxlade-Chamberlain doesn't have the best injury record anyway. So, yeah, we don't maybe need another one with an injury record like, we've had Daniel Sturridge, of course. So I don't know. My thoughts on it anyway, if we do go hard and get Thomas Lemar, and then we can maybe, whatever's going to happen with Virgil van Dijk. I've not read anything about Virgil van Dijk today. But if I do see anything today, or even tomorrow, when tomorrow is transfer deadline day, there will be a video about it. If there's something tonight, I'll make a video about it as well. 2 videos in one day, maybe even 3. Who knows? Transfer deadline day is going to be absolute madness. So God knows how many videos I might potentially make then. There'll definitely be one for Friday, to sum up the transfer window in general for Liverpool, and then I'll do a separate one to sum up the Premier League. But I hope you enjoy this one. Let me know what you think of Thomas Lemar, the whole deal. In terms of the money and stuff like that, I'm not really bothered because I've said from day one, if you want a player, you've got to pay the money that they're asking. If they ask phenomenal amounts of money, you have to pay it. If you're not willing to pay it, you're not going to get the player. And at the moment, I think we want the player. It could be the difference, this one, and maybe, say, a Virgil van Dijk, and if we get Oxlade-Chamberlain in, or something like that as well, could be the difference from being an okay window to a pretty great window for us. So let me know what your thoughts are on the whole window so far, these rumours as well. Are there any other rumours that I might have missed? Let me know in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video, please drop a like on it. Subscribe if you're new around here. Share it around if you please. Thanks ever so much for watching, as always, and I'll catch you later.